Today we are featuring 3 attack strategies at Town Hall 11 that will have you dominating bases and getting the 3 stars in no time. I'm your host, Judo Sloth. Make sure to subscribe for all of my Clash of Clans content. Starting out, we have the Bow Witch attack strategy. This is a very user-friendly strategy for a lot of people, and the Wall Wrecker has made it much more accessible. Check out the value that the Wall Wrecker gives us in this attack. Just a bit of a heads up, we also have Hog Riders and Lava Loon on display for you today. As the Hog Wrecker comes through the base, at Town Hall 11, the Grand Warden's ability can really give you an advantage with the Bow Witch attack. It's really timing that well, but timing it quite early. A lot of people will use this through the clan castle troops themselves, and you really want to have 3 separate armies where you have a Bow Witch on either side, and then your main pack of bowlers with your heroes coming through the center. That is where your spells are going to be concentrated. Didn't expect the Wall Wrecker to get right the way through the base, literally from one side to the other. Obviously we had the jump spell in preparation, but the bowlers able to crush through this base. All of these attacks by Elite Gaming in the CWL placement war against Art of War. What a fantastic war. As you guys know, I joined Artists of War, on my Town Hall 8, their family clan, and wow. Hopefully we will get to cover some of their attacks in the CWL as well. Moving on though, let's get to another attack strategy for you. This is Lava Loon, and it will definitely have you dominating bases, but this one is a little bit harder to use. There's lots of different methods. I've got videos featuring it, guys. If you want to look into this strategy and different variations, this is probably the method I would say is the most user friendly though, and it is using a kill squad in order to set up the Lava Loon. Now the reason I say that is Lava Loon can be very surgical and can be very difficult to put together and actually learn. A kill squad is a kill squad. That will transition across attacks, so take a bigger kill squad, get some of them key objectives, and it kind of eases the pressure, if you will, on the Lava Loon. What do you want to get? You want to take out the enemy queen. You want to try and take out the enemy CC. From there, it's really creating a path through the base. You can see the entire northern section is down. That means we can control the pathing of the loons through the base. We'll show that in a second. And there's other key defenses. At Town Hall 11, if you can get the Eagle Artillery, great. Any air defense, wizard towers, anything like that which is going to be devastating to the balloons, you want to try and get down. You can see how the Lava Hounds come in first, with the haste spells behind. That powers the balloons onto the defences whilst they're being tanked for the Lava Hounds, but notice how we've kind of came in from 2 separate angles. That controls the balloons into the centre of the base. Notice how they're all together now in this base. They move through, and that's then when you use your main spells. If you have any heal spells or rage spells, you're using them on this big group, and you're just reinforcing with other balloons in order to take out the defences on the side. Once you get to the final part of it, like we said, you almost want the balloons to clump up, but you can see how there's a wizard tower sitting there. Most of the time you want to try and have a plan for that. Either a haste spell to press the balloons onto, have an extra balloon for the back end in order to bring in if you want. It's often a good idea to hold on to 1 or 2 balloons for the simple reason that you can do that. You can reinforce if you need to, or if you don't, you can then just bring them in as cleanup once the defenses go down. But either way, if there's a wizard tower, try your best to have a plan for it in terms of spells onto it or something like that. It is going to be helpful for you, but that is the Lava Loon attack for you. Trying to cram these attack strategies into a bite-sized video, plenty of tips and tricks, basically give you a couple of different options in terms of what you might want to use to start crushing and dominating bases at Town Hall 11. Onto this one then, Hog Riders are always a personal favourite of mine, and it works very similar to the Lava Loon. You can get away with using the Hog Riders a little bit more of a mass army, if you will, so they can be a bit more user friendly, but again, kill squad's a kill squad. That's exactly what we're doing here. Because there's a few more defences in this area, using a golem to help the Wall Wrecker, through into the base. Make sure we get into them compartments we want to, because the Wall Wrecker had to get through a number of buildings there. CC is going to go down, although it is a lava hound, not that big of an issue, but if you don't know what's in there, you're far better off safe than sorry, and you're gonna have to take it out. The enemy queen also goes down alongside the eagle artillery. Eagle artillery is probably more important to get down for a hog rider attack, but again you can get around it as long as you can path the hog riders onto it. But a similar principle takes place here, and that you're controlling the hog riders. We want to make sure that they can get around the base and they're together, so that the heal spells on top of them are going to hit most of the hog riders. You don't have kind of 3 sets of hog riders moving through the base, and you can't use the heals on all of them. At this point, all of them hog riders are inside that heal, so we're getting maximum benefit from it. So it's controlling the defenses so that the hog riders can then move through the base in a nice easy fashion. And just look at how many hog riders are left over at the end of this raid. Absolutely tons. Absolutely tons of them. You do have the wizards coming in at the bottom. Once the defenses are down, have a couple of cleanup troops coming in. All of the ground traps as well should be off, so use a ground troop. The hog riders will have set them off, so the wizards shouldn't get hit by giant bombs, spring traps, anything like that. They might, there's a chance, but the hog riders should have taken them out. Hog riders can then start cleaning up when they finish the defenses from the other side of the base, and as you can see, absolutely demolished. There's a lot more strategies that work at Town Hall 11. You guys can check out my channel, I've got lots of them on there, but I really wanted to show you 3 attack strategies that I see more commonly than not at the moment, and try and cram them into one video, give you some tips and tricks. That's going to wrap it up though, guys. Until next time, peace out.